to destroy your fear of wholesaling real estate, how to conquer your fear of getting started, how to destroy your fear of cold calling, talking to sellers, all these things. In today's video, ZacH right here.
RicK right here.
And what we're going to do today is what we're going to do is really break down your fear of wholesaling real estate, your fear of getting started in this business, and exactly how to conquer, destroy, and become as successful as possible when it comes to wholesaling real estate and starting out in the wholesaling real estate process. So we're ready to go. So a little about us. If you don't know who we are, this first live stream. My name is ZacH.
I'm RicK.
I've done over 1,000 real estate wholesaling deals the past 6 years.
I've done over 3,000 deals over the last 20 years.
And we have a lot of experience when it comes to wholesaling real estate and wholesaling houses. So one criteria of why we think we are suited for this and why we can help you overcome any of your fears you might have in wholesaling real estate is we have helped hundreds of thousands of people get started in wholesaling real estate, and tens and tens and tens of thousands of people getting their first wholesaling deal, their 100th wholesaling deal. And I have helped so many people go from starting out very scared to get in this business to actually getting the first deal and conquering everything and becoming very successful. So that's why we think we're ready to go. We're excited to help you out, learn wholesaling real estate. So let's get into it and let's break it all down. But first of all, you're actually getting experience cold calling. Number two, you don't have to waste your time skip tracing or pulling a list or doing any of the stuff that's going to stop you from just taking action. The action's there. The phone number's there. You start calling, right? And the scripts I have at my free course, freewholesaling.com, it's all there. And number three, most importantly, you actually get to talk to leads, right? And you talk to these leads, and every single time you're talking to a lead, you're getting a better chance of getting a deal, lowball them, go from there. I always tell people just offer 70% off the listing price and just see what they're at, build some rapport. And the last part here is you get better at cold calling by doing it. So number one, you actually have potential to get a really good wholesaling deal. And number two, you actually gain the knowledge and the skill set of talking to sellers. And that'll go through any aspect of wholesaling, talking to cash buyers or sellers. You actually get better at wholesaling by doing this list. So it's an amazing lead source. It's free, easy, and anyone can do it. It's the fastest way to get a deal in under 2 hours.
And then the most important part is these people, they all have the will to sell. The question is, do they have the motivation? That's why you got to go through a large quantity to figure that out. And then you also said it's skip trace for you. So you get people that want to sell and you get their phone number. The downside is you got to go through a lot more quantity to find the truly motivated ones.
Yeah. So let's do some one-on-one calls today, guys. If you want to hop on and talk to us one-on-one, all y'all got to do is go to facebook.com/wholesaling houses for real. And let me share my screen so y'all can see how to do it. All you got to do is, if you're in the group right now, just go here, go to the feature tab, click here, how to get over the fear of wholesaling, right? Just click join here, and then boom, you'll be popped on the StreamYard. Talk to us absolutely for free. So let's talk. Ethan. Ethan's muted too.
No. Yo, Zach, can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you?
I hear you, man.
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed. What's up? How can I help you out?
I just want to say thank you for, all the content y'all put out. But I had a few questions about code violation. I've done everything. I'm in Atlanta right now. And
in Atlanta or like a suburb of Atlanta?
I'm actually in Atlanta, but I'm doing wholesaling everywhere.
Okay, cool. What are your questions? How can I help you out?
So what should I do? I've called the people for the code violation, emailed them, and they keep telling me like different people to go to. I go to those people, I email them, and they tell me, oh, we don't have to give you this information. And I've been doing this for the past 2 weeks. Fulton County, I think I've gotten South Fulton. I'm doing Marietta, Fulton, DeKalb, and Decatur as well.
Okay. We'll just go to the office in person and get the list.
We have done that as well. It hasn't.
What do they specifically tell you?
To go online, actually, or they give me a business card to someone, and okay. I'll call that person and email them, and it's just not panning out. So
what do you mean what do you do? So what do you mean by it's not panning out? So you call them, what do they say?
Let's see here. The people that I've called, they give me someone to email, and when I email them, they tell me that they don't have to give me the information. Now I've gotten 2 code violations. I got Gwinnett and I got south of Fulton. Now Gwinnett, you can get the code violations from the website of Gwinnett, but south of Fulton, I had to email someone for that.
Okay,
but
so
those 2 I've done successfully.
Let's focus on one. Let's do Fulton County. That's the biggest one, right?
Yes.
Go to Fulton County Code Enforcement Office. They told you that we can't help you. Go email us instead.
Yes, they actually did. I think the lady gave me a business card to hit up.
Okay. You asked to speak to a manager there.
I should ask to speak to a manager?
Did you?
No, I did not.
Okay. So let's see. Have you called all these numbers?
Yeah, if you look up Fulton, yeah, I have.
So you've called all these numbers?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just looking here. I got to find the person on here because they actually have people on here you can talk to. Do you know who's in charge of the code violation department in Fulton County?
That I do not know. I'm sure I've came across it, to be honest.
Try to get a meeting with them. Ask to speak to the manager.
All right, I got you. So I'll definitely go back in person.
Yeah, they're not gonna, like, as you've already witnessed, some counties were easier than others, and others are just a pain in the butt.
I know, right?
You are gonna have to be somewhat. You're gonna have to push. You're gonna have to get names. You're gonna have to work with the managers. You still have to kill them with kindness.
I know people that have the code violation in Fulton County. That's why I'm.
But you just, they're making it more and more difficult. Don't ask me why, because it's easier to say no than to actually help you out and say yes.
Yeah.
So you're just going to have to keep progressing and pushing down, and to overcome the resistance, you just got to be persistent, because after a while they're like, crap, dude, EthaN's not going to go away, because what they're doing, they're just bouncing you department to department. And
yeah,
I can't guarantee you're still going to get the list, but you have to exhaust every resource, because the pressure's on you, not them. It's just very easy for them to say no and keep bouncing around departments. We get this stuff all the time, and we keep working through till we get to the end of the tunnel. And if it's just a hard no, then you can move on and find another county. But they're not giving you hard no's. They're giving you a rat race to go on.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Most likely you have a brand new receptionist telling you, no, don't talk to me. I can't give you that list, right?
Yeah, I'd assume so.
So does that receptionist actually understand the laws when it comes to local government? Probably not, right? They're answering people, and they're just receptionists, right? You got to speak to the people that actually understand that it's public information, which are the managers and the people in charge of code enforcement. You have a gatekeeper. You got to get over that gatekeeper, okay? Mm-hmm. It's like talking to managers. I get this all the time at like grocery stores, right? Because I used to work at a grocery store, and there's certain things that you can actually do in a grocery store that the cashier who thinks they know everything, that you can't do that. Can I talk to the manager? Actually, you can do that. I actually have more experience, right? Worst case scenario, you file a Freedom of Information Act. And guess what happens when you file a FOIA Act? The gatekeeper, which is the code enforcement lady, I don't know what this is. Bring it to the manager, and the manager knows what to do with it, right? You have a full legal right to this information. You just got to talk to somebody that understands it, and it's usually the higher up. You have a receptionist that doesn't know the law, and they're trying to play president with you, trying to play king or queen. So ask to speak to a manager if they do it next time.
And she's been told to discourage you at all costs.
Yeah.
And
people have that list.
They just do it. Like, that's what, but once they crack the code and you know how to get it, you don't have to keep going through this dog and pony show. So just
because that lady is going to be like, okay, EthaN's back another month for the list.
Like, yeah,
EthaN's back. They know who you are, and they're just going to give it to you.
But the reality is, if it's public information, it's paid with your hard-earned tax dollars. Why would they deny you it makes no sense. So you have to you have to work your way up the food chain and keep explaining to them, like, I'm not going to go away.
I'm actually very excited for EthaN, because that means most wholesalers will quit. And if you keep going and you get the list, you're going to have a list that most wholesalers can't get.
Yeah,
so the harder it is to get. So
I've been grinding this thing out. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
Go in person and just keep hammering them. You'll get very annoying where someone's going to come out and be like, I'm the manager. What's up? And explain it.
It is with your hard-earned tax dollars. It should be public information. And then what they're all trying to do is, well, there's privacy issues. I'm like, you guys publicly record people against their properties. It's not a privacy issue. You're not getting their phone numbers.
Well, you got to explain too that I know it might not be a privacy issue, but it's public that the owners of properties with the property appraiser. So just keep hammering it. I'm telling you, it's a good thing when they actually do that.
And don't tell them you're a wholesaler, because they'll
make
it personal. So
yeah,
just say,
private
I
citizen.
just want to gather this information, because if they think like you're a reporter or like some other public official, they'll pay attention to you a little bit more. I find if you go into these departments and use, hey, I'm a wholesaler or even a real estate investor.
No, it's the worst thing. So Ethan, you're young enough. Hey, I'm doing a project for school.
There you go.
That's it. That's
Got you.
Because
one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
With water shut off, they try and tell me that they haven't shut any water off. We spent a whole day. We went to all the counties of like the outskirts of Atlanta, and they all tried to tell us that they didn't have any properties that had the water shut off within like years.
Ask them the question. I would say, Mr. So if I don't pay my water bill, you will not shut it off. I'm good. I don't have to pay my water bill anymore. You're telling me that. So if I don't pay my water bill, the water's still going to be flowing for free. If they say yes, then you get free water for life. If they say no, you get the list. It's a win-win, right?
I don't think they can afford to do that.
They can't, right? And that would be the first water company to ever say, if you don't pay, we're still going to give you water for free.
Because if that was their philosophy, they would never like. So most houses in the United States at the main, at your meter, like I know around here, they're still old fashioned. They don't even shut the water off electronically. A guy has to go around and turn a wrench and put a lock on it.
No, but Ethan, they're going to say, well, if you don't pay, we will shut the water off. Okay, can I have a list of people that you shut the water off due to non-payment? Oh, that's what you're asking? Here it is. I have to get that. They play stupid with you. So just ask them. You got to put them in their place. Hey, so if I don't pay my water bill at my house, will you not shut the water off and it's free water for life?
I got to move.
They can't say yes to that because they will lose a lot of money, right? So you will put them in their little trap of lies. I love it. I've had code enforcement agencies says we don't have code violations. I'm like, really? Here's a code violation you stuck on my property I'm flipping on 123 Main Street. They're like, well, yeah, we do have a list. I'm like, can I get that list? Like, fine. You got to catch them on lies. They will lie to you. They're going to do everything they can not to give you that list. And you're fine, man. Trust. If it's a public utility department, you're going to get the list.
Got you. I'm gonna try that tomorrow. We're gonna go out and drive for dollars. What days are you guys streaming on? I want to start hopping on here more so I can tell you the process and stuff. We're also documenting this on YouTube and TikTok. I believe I actually tagged you in one of the TikToks and you checked it out. But
yeah, I think I saw it. Is your partner the guy with the beard?
Yeah, he's right here.
I've seen it. There he is. Why
you guys are great, helping us out a lot, man. I've been doing renovation with by the way, I'm Will Power. I've been doing renovations here in Atlanta for about 8 years, going into my 9th years with investors, flipped over 100 for them, and I've done the 2 myself. And I've always had issues with acquisition, so I started getting into the wholesaling. So now with EthaN, he's my mentee. I'm getting him to get into the acquisition. So
I see when people tag me. I might not be able to.
You're going to get out of. You're going to get out of contracting because it's. I think you figure the money. The money's in like getting the deals because then you can do with like whatever you want because you're not forced to fix them up. And like, let's face it, dude, fixing up some of these properties. God bless you. If you did like 100 of them, you know what you have to deal with, especially when you deal with like working for people and they're so cheap and. Everybody wants stuff done like overnight. They don't understand. When you buy these houses and renovate them, there's a lot of work that goes on.
I posted a TikTok conversation 3 minutes ago.
That's fine, dude. Let's go with you, man.
Gosh.
Well, congrats because you're smart because it's the money's always in finding the deals, guys. It's never in renovating and flipping this stuff. Like some people are really good at it. And if your partner's a contractor and you guys want to do that, that's fine. But honestly, you two are better working together and finding deals. And let go of the fix and flip. I'm telling you, like the minute I let go of fix and flip, I've never looked back. Guys, I used to fix and flip like for a couple of years because I thought that was the sexy thing to do. And boy, it's hard. It's being a contractor is a lot of work. So I give you credit.
Keep it up, guys. You got this.
Thank you.
So appreciate it.
When are you guys live? Is this an everyday thing at 1?
Yeah, Tuesday through
Friday.
and then Mondays on yours, Sundays on mine.
Yeah.
All right. Cool beans. Thank you, guys.
Okay,
Have a
man.
good one.
Have a good one. That's fine.
Guys, if you tag me or like, I'll look at it. Maybe I might not like or comment because I'm busy, but like I always look at if somebody like tags me, I always look at it because I found people tag me. They tag me on some funny guru stuff, and I get a kick out of it. So just tag me for anything. I'll look at it. But don't tag
when they tag you. What's it exactly mean?
They just tag like, hey, someone say their name in the
you
comment.
Put like an asterisk symbol and then your name.
No, it's the @ symbol.
You see how old I am, guys? It's bad, man.
But
I don't know. I can't survive without them.
If you give me an @ if you tag me, but you ask for something from me, then probably not. But if you mention us anywhere, I'd love to put you on. But it's always funny.